Samsung's mid-range lineup might finally be shaking things up in a way we've all been waiting for. But with a twist. The Galaxy A57 is on the horizon, and early leaks hint at a phone that could finally ditch gimmicks and deliver what actually matters: performance, display, and cameras that don't just fill spec sheets, but actually get used. Welcome back, viewers. Sam here. Like, share, and subscribe for more. Let's start with design, because Samsung isn't reinventing the wheel here, and that's a good thing. The A56 already felt impressively premium for its price: Gorilla Glass Victus Plus front and back, a slim aluminum frame, IP67 dust and water resistance, and a profile that barely tips the scales at 7.4 mm. Expect the A57 to follow this blueprint closely, perhaps shaving off a tiny bit more thickness while keeping that near flagship feel. It's evolution, not revolution. But sometimes, steady improvements are exactly what a mid-range phone needs. Performance is where things get interesting. Rumors point to the Exynos 1680 as the A57's engine, paired with a GPU, possibly the Xclip 550, that could nearly double the graphics output of the A56 Exynos 1580. That means smoother gaming, slicker animations, and a UI that doesn't stutter under pressure. For a mid-range phone, that's a serious step up, and it might make this one of the most responsive Galaxy A phones yet. Now, let's talk cameras, the area that usually sparks debate. Samsung has had a love-hate relationship with macro lenses, and honestly, who really uses them? A close-up shot of a leaf or a coffee cup, and then it collects digital dust. Here's the potential game changer. Reports suggest the Galaxy A57 could finally bring back a telephoto lens. If true, this could be huge. Telephoto lets you capture moments from afar, not just the tiny details nobody asked for. In a world where brands like Nothing and other Chinese manufacturers are offering telephoto cameras in this price range, Samsung can't afford to lag. It's about giving users tools they'll actually use, not just stacking lenses to check a spec box. The selfie camera is expected to get an upgrade as well, possibly hitting 50 megapixels, following Samsung's recent moves in the M, F, and C series. Combined with a refined rear camera setup, the A57 could finally deliver a balanced photography experience for both casual shooters and social media enthusiasts. If Samsung nails the optics and ditches the filler lens, this phone could redefine what mid-range photography means. Moving on to core specs, the A57 will likely keep the tried and true 6.7-inch Super AMOLED display with a 120Hz refresh rate, stereo speakers, and a 5000 mAh battery with 45W wired charging. That means you get a smooth, bright screen, great audio for media, and enough battery to get through long days without constantly hunting for a charger. On the software side, Android 16 with One UI 8.5 seems to be the expected combo, promising at least 6 major OS upgrades and 6 years of security patches, nearly flagship-level support in the mid-range. Pricing and launch timing are shaping up as predictable but favorable. Samsung typically releases the A series in March, and early indications suggest a modest price bump, keeping it competitive without compromising features. The real question is whether Samsung listens to feedback and equips the A57 with a practical, user-focused camera setup. Because if it doesn't, there are plenty of rivals ready to swoop in and offer better optics for less money. So here's something to ponder. Would you stick with the Galaxy A57 if it finally included a telephoto lens instead of a macro, or would a lower-cost competitor with better features tempt you away? Let me know in the comments. Your thoughts might just help shape the mid-range battlefield of 2026. All in all, the Galaxy A57 isn't about flashy redesigns, it's about refinement where it counts. A sturdy, premium build, a serious GPU jump, reliable display and battery performance, and extended software support could make it the mid-range phone to beat, especially if Samsung finally makes camera choices that users actually care about. Stay tuned, subscribe for more tech updates, and I'll catch you in the next video. Stay blessed, peace out.